Ladies and gentlemen, I found him. I want you to meet the baddest motherfucker in town.
Welcome back, Cesar Espejo Legacy Options Trade of the Week. Last time I gave you a trade, it was on X Steel, and we sold a put at the $9 range. At the moment, it expired at $9.07 for a full profit. Since then, the stock has continued to go down. It's trading at $8.82 right now. So you would ask yourself, like, wow, wouldn't you sell more right now? Usually when a stock hits its all-time low, which this is around it, $8.75 is the all-time low. But when you get a stock that has been weak, you want to wait. So right now, I'm not selling anything on X because it's trading at an all-time low. And once it broke that $9 range, I want to kind of wait and see if it stabilizes. So you want to see some stabilization and maybe a couple days of updates before you sell more puts. Why? Because if you sell too early, you might wind up getting put the stock and getting yourself into trouble. So right now I'm on pause mode, and I do own some of the stock because it got put to me from a prior trade that I've been selling calls against. But right now I'm just holding off and waiting for it to kind of stabilize. Since it's been going down so much, sometimes you gotta just pause. There's no rush. And part of what you gotta understand about trading is that sometimes it's better to do nothing because opportunities will always come around, and there's not this desire or this need to do something all the time. Sometimes let something cool off, let it kind of settle before you put a trade on again. But always keep it in mind. That's what I'm doing with X right now. X is trading at $8.82, and I'm just kind of watching it. I want to see what it does. Hopefully, if it jumps above 9, then I'll start looking at maybe selling some puts on it. But right now, it's in new territory, and I want to see if maybe the new trend is actually in the 880, 850 range, or if it goes back above 9, like I think it will. And that's my gut tells me that it's trading at 882. However, I think it will go above 9 in the near couple weeks. We'll see. We'll keep track of it. But the trade of the week is this one. I traded Disney about 2 weeks ago, and I saw another opportunity. It had a little down day, so I sold more puts on Disney. So here it is. DIS is the ticker. And I sold options for March. So I sold the March 6, 2020 put contract. I sold 3 contracts, and I bought 3 contracts. So the credit that I received is 35 cents for those 3 contracts. So pretty much, actually I should have put the amount. I'll get back. The amounts are, I think it was 133, and then I bought the 125. I forgot to put that there. That's the most important part. But really, in my mind, the most important part is the credit. So the credit is 35 cents. I sold 3 contracts. It's about $100. So I received $100 for a trade that today is February 18th. So we're talking 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before it expires. And this is the amount of margin that it took out of my account, $1,114, which the reason I picked this trade, and I think it's a good trade for anybody to do, is that if you have, let's say, a $5,000 small account, you could do this trade, and this is the only amount that it would take from your account. So it gives you an opportunity to make $100 with a small amount of money, and you can start a position like this. And then if it was to drop a little bit more, you could add to it. So right now I started with 3 contracts for $100, but if it was to drop again, I'd probably sell more. So that's the trade of the week, and we'll touch back on that next week, see how it went, see how it's going, because we'll still be in it by next week. The other thing I wanted to talk about was 401ks. And I tell people 401ks are a scam. People are, oh my God, that's blasphemy. You know what? It's a scam, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, here's some advice. If you work for a company and they match whatever money you put up to a certain amount. So if, let's say they say we match you up to 5%, you have to put the 5% because it makes sense. You're getting free money for investing in the market. However, I think that the 401ks have been put together to keep people lazy. Why? The theory is you work every 2 weeks, however you get paid every week, you're gonna put a certain amount of your money into the 401k. And people say, oh, what's in the, well, you're gonna invest in large cap, small cap, international stocks, bonds, funds, indexes. And when you retire, you'll be a millionaire. That's kind of what they try to tell people is gonna happen when you invest in your 401k and the Roth IRA, and you can put money aside. And you know what? If you're gonna be a person that does nothing, then at least do that if they're giving you a percentage. However, let's not trick ourselves into thinking that somehow just doing that is gonna be enough. That's being lazy. And when you're lazy and you expect things to happen, guess what? Once you do it for 30 years and you're about to retire, it's gonna be too late. And that's why this is important. Learning how to do this yourself empowers you. And once you know how to do this stuff, you start realizing, hold on a second. So I'm gonna give my money to somebody I don't know on Wall Street every 2 weeks for the next 20, 30 years. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be rich. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. In fact, I don't believe it. And I never will. Because what I realized is, and I got to go through the downturn in 2009, 2008, where my account got cut in half. And I was one of hundreds of thousands of investors in America that saw their 401ks, their retirement plans got cut in half. But you know what I did? I actually looked into who runs our 401k. And I noticed that even though I lost half, literally 50% of it was gone, the company that runs our 401k, our retirement plans, BlackRock, the CEO, still got a bonus that year. Think about that. You lost half of most of America's money, and you still got a bonus. How is that even right? Think about that. Imagine you at your job, whatever you do, you messed up and people lost half of what they owned, and yet you still get paid, you still have a job, and that guy's still running the BlackRock to this day. Tells you something about whose priorities people have in place. This system has been set up to keep them getting money every 2 weeks. This system right here is set up for you to learn how to get money for yourself and quadruple it and triple it and understand how this process works. Once you know this, you realize, I'm gonna match whatever they give me, but I'm not gonna just say that this is the only thing I'm gonna do and this is how I'm gonna get rich, because it's not. At one point, and I'll let you guys know this, at one point, I went to my 401k folks and I said, you know what? I want all my money back, all of it. They were like, Caesar, that's not a good idea. You know, you're supposed to let it stay in there and grow. I said, no, I think I know what I'm doing with my money. I've learned. Give me my money. And they did. They gave me, in fact, they don't give you all of it, because whatever they put in, they don't give to you. And then this is the one tricky part that I want you to understand. And think about this. The way they set it up is that when you take what they call an in-service withdrawal, you take money out all at once, all of it. And I paid a penalty. So they were like, they had me pay penalties to get my money out. I said, sure, I'll pay whatever has to get paid. I want my money. I need to invest my own money myself. And I did it. And then I found out something interesting. You can only do it once in a lifetime. That only reinforced everything that I thought already. Think about it. Why would I have a problem? Why would they make a law, make rules that say you could only do this one time in a lifetime? So what I did back in 2011, when I took out half my money, I could only do it one time. And just so you'll know, I took all that money out and I invested in myself and I tripled it. Why? Because I know what the hell I'm doing. And anybody who learns how to do this stuff will learn what the hell they're doing too. And I thought about it. I gave money to this 401k for 15 years and got to this level right here. I took a 50% hit. And then a couple years later, I said, you know what? I just want whatever, that 50%, whatever was left over, I took it all out, took the penalties, paid the taxes, paid all the penalties, and made triple that money. Since then, I've been in a position where I do not need them to tell me how I'm gonna be wealthy someday, because I learned how to do it myself. So that's it. That's why it's a scam, because it makes you lazy and it keeps you in a system that keeps them in control, not you. You keep giving your money, you just hope. Oh, I hope that it doesn't crash 50%, and what am I gonna do if it does? Let's learn how to do something to take control of our own finances, learn how to make money ourselves. And I'm not advocating that you take 50% of your money, or just take an in-service withdrawal and don't do it. If you're getting matched, obviously do it because it's free money. However, learn how to do something that's gonna make a difference in your finances, where you can control it. And then you'll have a different view of how this all works. So that's it for today. Health, wealth, and love. Peace.